Conferences like this is not you're going because you have a problem. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it's good. Like, hey, it's like going to the doctor. We have an issue. I'm going to urgent care. I have something right now we got to address. And then there's preventative maintenance, which I think coaching is kind of like that in the conference. You go because you're taking a time period in your life that's distracted with social media, business, growth, family stuff, accomplishments, just great life, whatever it is. And you're saying, we're going to isolate this time and focus on us. And that is so critical in anything you do. If you don't maintain your yard, it dies. If you don't maintain your car, it dies. I mean, these are just kind of symbolism things, but it's the same thing with your marriage. So we went to the conference last year, and it was awesome. We kind of went with no expectations, right? We just said, we're going to do this and we're going to go in, and we didn't even call all our friends and tell them to come too. We just said, let's go do this. And it was just a beautiful time where at the end of it, we're like, this has been so good, because it opened up doors for us to communicate more. We went back to our room and talked about the sessions and got to sharpen each other. We actually brought it into our, next week, and it has been something that we've engaged in, and now it's something that we don't miss. And so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to really slow down and remember the reasons that you fell in love in the first place, and also focus on the things that maybe are bothering you, or that you need to get addressed or get on the table, or things like that. And it's a safe place. It's a place, a lot of times what you're feeling or what you're going through, and you're not the only one. And so it's kind of a reassuring thing too when you go to these marriage conferences. It helps you know that nobody's perfect. Everybody has their things, and we're all just working to make our marriage even better. And so that's what I loved about it.
And I think too, we also did just learn from your leadership in that, and your teachings, but also from the couples too. Like the interaction with couples, which is great, is we've spurred some friendships from it. And now we're talking about things, and hey, how's it going? There's accountability things there, and just some great relationships come from it, and fun. So I encourage people to check it out and step out and go to these, because it's just going to impact your relationship. Worst case scenario, you have a great getaway with your wife and you get to connect and talk. Best case scenario is you actually find some tools to grow. You actually come to it with an open mind, like, I want to change. Or it actually is a avenue for you to have a doorway to talk. Men hold things in. I'm an extrovert, so I like to talk. However, there's a side of me, there's a small door, I call it my small door, that I don't let anyone in but my wife and maybe a coach or something. And your deepest, kind of darkest things that you're dealing with, I won't say dark, but deep things, right? And that's where you get to open that door. And when you do that, there's that release valve as a man. It's like, okay, I got this off my chest. She knows where I'm truly at. She knows my vulnerability, my weaknesses. And what happens is your spouse can come alongside you and build you up. Like, she knows, and what's neat is now that I've shared more with her, she can kind of gauge when I'm in that situation. Like maybe it's a stressful day and she's like, oh, it's end of the quarter. Maybe he's nervous, even though he shows he's strong in every area. Hey, she's encouraging me, right? Same thing with her. She deals with a lot around the house and is an awesome wife, but sometimes I can tell, hey, you seem like your time management is getting away from you. Do you want to just take some time and go out? Let's just pause for a second. Life's okay. So it's been critical, but until you take that step, like we did with you, and go into a conference, and coaching, obviously is the best, but I would say conference is the start. It's like, let's open this up and let's talk about it. And then it's what you do with it afterwards. But I would say until you do that, it's a way to get those things on the table and to start talking about it. And it's like having a fitness trainer. They're going to say, hey, you're not good at this. You got your weight here. We want to get you to here. And they're going to give you the tools to be effective. And it's been an awesome time for us.